afternoon.
Hi, how
My
are
name
you?
is Mr. Wright, Michael Wright, and you are Jackie Tinsley.
Yes,
And what would you like to be called?
Jackie is fine.
Jackie is fine. Okay, Jackie. I'm glad that you chose our agency to come to. We take pride in helping all of our clients to do the best that they can do. I want you to know that everything we do here is strictly confidential. You don't have to worry about it, going, any further than what you say here when you leave here to be here. Except we have one exception. If there's anything that you let me know about that's gonna deal with injuring yourself or somebody else, I'm bound by law to report that. But other than that, it's strictly confidential. I want you to be relaxed and confident in knowing that you can talk freely in here.
Okay.
Is that good?
That's good.
That's good. Okay, so tell me, why are we here? I've, just got your folder and everything, and they told me that you were dealing with some bouts of depression and anger and anxiety. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, I really didn't want to come, but everybody taught me, and comments, and maybe it's might work. I don't know. But I've been married for like what, 12 years, 12 plus years, and my husband, we haven't been getting along lately, and he's been threatening to leave me. And as a matter of fact, we're separated right now, and I don't think we're gonna get back together. I think he's, looking more toward divorcing me. And I've been trying to do everything to save my marriage, and it's just really been rough. It's just really been a rough time for me. I've been depressed. I can't really eat. I really can't, do my job. I can't work. I'm just constantly on edge. The kids are getting on my nerves. Just everything is bothering me, all because of this, this situation.
Well, Jackie, tell me, you saying the kids, you have children?
Yes, I do.
How many children do you have?
I have two.
You have two?
Yes.
And they are?
Two boys.
Two boys?
Yes.
How old are they?
11 and 13.
Oh, okay.
And they really miss their dad, and so he's not in the home, and so they're looking at me like, where's dad at, and so how do you explain to an 11 and 13-year-old where their dad is, and so it's just, I've been trying to, go all around the mulberry bush about where dad is without really getting into all the, implications of the divorce, and I don't even how to tell him, but I'm just at a loss for words. I just don't know what to do.
Well, let's look at it like this for a moment. Are you, Father, are you ahead of yourself? Are you maybe projecting something that's going to happen and maybe it's not going to happen?
No, he pretty much told me that it's going to happen. He pretty much told me that he's looking for a divorce. He doesn't,
Have you started any joint counseling together? Or is that something you might want to consider?
I talked to him about it, but he doesn't seem, no. He says no, he doesn't want counseling, we're beyond counseling. And then he said black men don't go to counselors, so,
So tell me, how did you get to this point?
I really don't know. I think we just got stagnated in the relationship. I really don't know how we got to this point. I don't know. I thought everything was okay, and up, and when I look back on it, I see that we stopped talking, we stopped communicating, you know, he was staying out, longer, going out more, hanging out with his friends, and I don't know if he wants to be single again, I don't know what it is, he really won't talk to me about it, he keeps blaming me, so, I don't know what to do,
I hear you say that he's blaming you.
Blaming me, yes.
Blaming you for
everything that's going on, like the unhappiness in the marriage, he just says he just doesn't want to be married anymore, he just can't do it anymore, he just doesn't want to be married.
So what is it that you think you can do at this point?
I don't know what to do. I don't know. I've talked to my mom about it. I've talked to my pastor. I don't know at this point. I can't see beyond right now. I can't even see the future. I can only see right now. And
Well, you talked about your mother and your past. I think those are two good people to talk with it about. Can you share any of what they're talking to you about?
well, yeah, they're my outlet, and my mom, she tells me, that whatever it's going to be is going to be. I'm going to have to face it, whether he comes back or not. I have to get me together. I have to work on me, whether he comes back or not. I have to sit the children down, and I have to tell them, that dad may not, may or may not live in this house again, and if I have to, get them counseling. But, and my pastor, he tells me the same thing, we said prayers together, he said at this point, I can't make him come back, I can't force him to come back, but in the meantime, I have to get me together.
Okay. Now, I really like that idea, what I'm hearing you saying about getting you together. Would you consider meeting with other women that's going through the same kind of thing that you're going through? Something I want to tell you that there's some groups that are of women that are meeting, and we can refer you to the group, if that's something that you want to consider.
Yes.
I guess the other thing I'd like to ask you is, tell me some things you're doing to get yourself together. I hear you say you're worrying a lot.
Yes.
Yeah. So what are you doing to not worry so much? Tell me what are the things you do or can do.
I don't know. I don't know how to turn it off in my head. I don't know. I'm just like, I'm like in a twilight zone most of the time, My mom keeps telling me maybe I need to go to the doctor, maybe they can give me something to relax me, to help me sleep at night, or, put on some relaxing music, or, something. I don't know. I'm just on edge. I'm just, I'm open for, any ideals, but at this point I haven't done anything.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. What's one of the things that you like doing?
I like to read, but
Okay, let's look at reading.
Yes.
What's the best book you read?
I've been trying to read a lot of Joyce Meyer books because, self-help, but, my mind wanders because I'm so focused on, him not coming back, and, then my mind wanders. I can't,
Well, what I want to get some clarification is that at this point, you still married.
Yes.
And as much as you can, I want you to stay in the day. I hear you projecting a lot of what might happen, and you don't know.
Yes.
I hear you saying that, not as much as you can allowing it to spill over to your children.
Yes.
I heard you talking about possibly allowing them to have some counseling if it becomes necessary. So what I'm gonna suggest and recommend now is that you consider other groups, because we have had other ladies, Jackie, that were in the same position. And through coming together with others in that position, some of them have began to communicate again with their husbands.
Okay.
So it's not a guarantee that it'll happen, but I just wanted to get you out of that projecting what's gonna happen.
Yes.
So, because our perception sometimes can become our reality, being ahead of ourselves.
Yes.
And so, I'm gonna recommend you that, and I got a list of a couple other groups that are out there that can help with that. And, they have some literature from some of the groups with some of the different kinds of things they participate in, day spas and different things like that, where you can relax and kind of pamper yourself
Yes.
a little bit.
That sounds
And,
good.
and I think that may be a good start. And if I'd like to have you come back again in about a week, we can set up again on a Wednesday to have you come in around the same time.
That'd be
I'll
fine.
give you my card, and
That'd be fine.
if something comes up, you can call me here at the office.
Okay.
And if you have any emergencies after hours, there's a hotline number on it as well.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay,
That sounds fine.
so let me ask you this here before we end the session, is tell me, what is it that you want to happen in a situation? I want you to remove all of what you think might happen. What I'm asking you is, what would you like to see happen? What realistic, thing would you like to see happen?
Well, Paul doesn't come back. I want to be able to function. I want to be able to be happy. I want to be happy with or without him. I want to have joy with or without him. I just want to have a sense of joy.
Well, let's look at it like this. Let's say joy is a building. And when you build buildings, you can't build them in one day.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about what it is you're going to do to start this, building this joy from today until next Wednesday. What would be your goal to get through this week? Because remember, if you do the same thing that you've always done, you're going to do the same. So what things are you going to do this week that you haven't been doing?
Well, I think I'm going to start getting out more, because I've been in the house a lot. I've been, closing myself off from everybody,
Right.
besides my mom and my pastor, and I just haven't been going anywhere. I've just been, going to work, coming home, and just laying around, looking frumpy and not talking with anybody, just like, keeping a lot in. So I think if I get out more, maybe go for a walk, the weather is warming up, maybe, the warm air do me some good.
Okay. I think that's a great start. That if you start walking and exercise and your mind, your body, it'll be good. That's something that you could do every day or every other day until next Wednesday. We'll come back to just that one thing, and it could possibly make a big difference in the outlook.